Guys, they said Paropo almost cried over what Queen Naomi explained to him about Ooni of Ife when he called and told Queen Naomi about what happens to Kabiyesi in Odua forest. You know that few days ago there was this information that Kabiyesi went to bed in his chambers in the palace. And the next morning, when they were calling him to come out for a particular ritual that they're supposed to carry out for him in preparation for his 50th birthday, they said he refused to come out. They tried and tried and tried, and he refused to come out. When they went in there, they found out that he was missing, you know. But while they were calling Paropo, his family members, and other people to let them know that they did not see Kabiyesi inside his chamber, so they check to see if he have left the palace, and there was no show, as in he did not leave the palace. But they say while they were still on it, a call came from the custodian of Odua Sacred Forest. And that was how he revealed that he was coming out this morning and saw Kabiyesi lying on the floor in Odua's forest, close to that sacred tree where he took an oath with Queen Naomi. They say he was just lying down there. How did it happen? We do not know. Is it the ghost that came to the palace and carried him to the Odua Sacred Forest? Nobody can tell. That was how they said they went there, and behold, they saw Kabiyesi. By then, the day has break, and they said he was sitting down, just looking at everyone. Nobody could say anything. Nobody even asked any question, because there are certain things that will happen. Everyone will be speechless. They said they were all speechless, that not even a single person asked, what happened? How did you come here? And all of that. Because they know that the hands of the gods are in it. So when this thing happened, when they consulted a lot of people, both the seers, Yanifa, them, diviners, and everyone, they were all saying the same thing. They were all saying the same thing. That he thinks when they told him that Queen Naomi leaving him is going to be easy for him, he thinks they were all joking. That those ones that he's listening to might be telling him a different thing that will give him courage to do more, you know. So they said Queen Naomi have been to UK, but she returned back to come and celebrate her mother's birthday. And Paropo, who have been calling to check up on Tadenikawo every now and then, they say one thing about Paropo is that Paropo always call Queen Naomi to check up on them, especially check up on Tadenikawo. Yes, because despite everything that is happening, they said it did not affect the relationship between Kabiyesi's father, that is Paropo, and Queen Naomi. They are still in a very good relationship. So on one of the occasions where they say Paropo called Queen Naomi asked Paropo, what is this thing that they are hearing? Is it true, or is it stories cooked up by bloggers and everything? That was how they say Paropo told Queen Naomi that it is true, and explained everything that happened in detail to Queen Naomi. They say Queen Naomi started crying. That the reason she is crying is not because she still feels anything for Kabiyesi and wants to return back to him. No. That the reason she is crying is because Kabiyesi is Tadenikawo's father. And no matter what happens, he will remain Tadenikawo's father. And if anything happens to him, it is going to affect Tadenikawo. That is one of the reasons she is crying for Kabiyesi. And secondly, another reason why she is crying is because these people have turned Kabiyesi's mind against people that will help him out of situations like this. That they know that there are certain people in his life that when they are there for him, he will not be making certain mistakes, and certain things will not be happening to them. But those ones, they have used jazz, they have used everything to turn his mind against the truth and against the right people. And because he loved women, they will always women to get him. They will always use women to get him. They say Paropo, Queen Naomi told Paropo that some of these women in his life, that they are there for a mission, and they will do everything to achieve their mission, but Kabiyesi will never listen. that the only way they can help him is if only he will listen to what they will tell him and do it. But as long as he would not listen and do what they tell him to do, they will keep pushing him until they push him down below. Yes, that even if he is not there, there are other seers, there are other real diviners who will help Kabiyesi. But the problem with Kabiyesi is this: is he going to do what they tell him to do? He will not do it. And by the time he did not do what they tell him to do and do the things that he wants to do, he will always fall victim. He will always have issues, problems. His major problem is dining and whining with his enemies. Secondly, not listening to those that will help him. That Iyanifa was there to help Kabiyesi. If only Kabiyesi have listened to Iyanifa, that some of these stories that we are hearing about him, we will not be hearing it. And they block his ears such that even when the gods, because the gods, according to Queen Naomi, are telling him directly what to do and what not to do, but he will not listen because he wants to enjoy himself. He wants to enjoy his time as a king and all of that, not knowing that there are certain life that you live in life and it will bring repercussions, it will bring problems, it will bring your downfall when you least expected it. The Kabiyesi is a great king, but right now she doesn't know what to say about him. That this whole thing is seriously giving her concern. But the last thing she have told herself is that she is never coming back to this mess called marriage. Because the Kabiyesi that they would have worked together is working against her. How then did they expect her to come closer and help Kabiyesi? Because Kabiyesi is a grown man. If they are talking about Tadenikawo now, Tadenikawo is still a minor that you can force to do certain things, or do certain things for him. But at this point, Kabiyesi is the king here. As a matter of fact, he is even seen as a father to his father. So you can't force him to do certain things. You can only advise him. It is left for him to do it or not to do it. So they said Queen Naomi cried. And when Queen Naomi was telling Paropo that Kabiyesi's major problem is that he is dining and whining with his enemies and he doesn't listen to good counsel, that there is no how they can be able to help him if he doesn't do what they ask him to do. Because if you need a help, that person that is helping you, you must do what he or she says you should do before you get that help. They say Paropo almost cried. The thing get as it be. Anyways, I just pray that nothing will happen to him for the sake of Tadenikawo and Queen Naomi, because nobody knows the future. There may be possibility that they might come back together. I do not know. It's only God that knows. Thanks for watching. Don't forget that these are all alleged information, okay? I do not live in the palace. As I hear them, now so I share them. Thanks for watching. Please give my video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Follow my page and share my video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.